So I'm back and I decided that the chickens are gonna sleep in the garage. So the first thing I'm gonna do outside is they're over by the coop. I want to get them inside, and then I have to move my RV and pick up all of the potting stuff that's outside, and then I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get them tonight into the garage to sleep. All right, I came up here to prune that tree because I had moved it up here so that my camper can get lots of sun. And I'm just going to back it in once the Airstream is sold, and I wanted to kind of have it in a place where I kind of get a feel for where it's going to be. But there's a lot of tree limbs, so you'll see them down there when I go down. But man, this is really a sweet spot right here where I'm sitting, all the way up here. And I just noticed there's a wasp nest over there, and there's one. I have a security camera over there, and I know there's one over there definitely, because it keeps going off. And this is super sweet. I never sat up here like this. I'm gonna love when my camper is under here, because man, I could sit up here. It's gonna be so cool sitting up here because I have that ladder, and it's just super cool. But yeah, I've been looking at my camper and I've got a lot of maintenance that I've got to get done. This was done a few years ago, so I've got to redo all of this. So I'm excited. I hope the camper sells in the next few months, this camper, and I do have to give it a good washing, clean that up. So it's good that I got up here so I can see all the stuff that I'm gonna do. Oh, by the way, there's my patio area. You can see the white because I got to put more mulch there. The chickens have been there. You can see that they have been in the soil and they've been naughty, but what the heck, I'm just gonna let them for now. But eventually those are gonna be like flower beds there. So eventually the camper is gonna go back here as close to this edge here, but giving me space so that I can walk around. And wow, this space is so big. I just can't get over like how big this space is. So yeah, there's a lot of maintenance I have to do to this carport. I have some rust, and eventually I want to do a water containment system where I can put some gutters. I do have some water that drips there and collects, but I know I can get so much more water. So I mean, that's about it. I'm just gonna pick up those branches and I'm pretty good, and then I'm gonna go set up the garage for the chickens because I'm pretty much done for the day. Tomorrow's when the stuff is gonna really start to happen. So tomorrow morning they're gonna get to forage in the rain, and then before noon I have to bring them into the garage, and then they'll be locked in the garage for most of the day until Thursday. So it's like a big space in there. I think they'll be fine. I just got to get my stuff prepared in there so they don't poop all over it. This is the view from the front of the house of the town that's below me. I'm the only one here with 3 acres in this area here. It's super nice. You see the outer bands are coming in. It's starting to get super cloudy. You can feel the winds are picking up. Something's definitely coming in the horizon. You can just feel it. I'm going to move the camper closer to the house. I don't have to really until tomorrow, but it's going to be raining, and I figure I might as well do it now. I'm also planning on charging it up so that I can bring the legs down if it starts to get a little bit too windy. So that's up in the air until I find out how bad the winds are. A whole bunch of stuff here because I cleaned this the other day, and I've got to secure everything before I move it. Because remember, I'm building an outdoor kitchen, so I'm bringing stuff that's in the Airstream that I might want to use here for cooking outdoors. Like this skillet, I can use it on solar. The burner, I can use it on solar. This light, I'll probably keep it in the garage for the chicks, or a night light or something. If the electricity goes out, this is rechargeable, so that'll be fine. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move it over closer to the house. Let's just talk about the plan of action. At least my plan of action is if the refrigerator goes out in the house, I have to transfer everything to this refrigerator where it runs on propane. I have 2 tanks of propane. There's nothing in the refrigerator that really needs cold. So I can run it pretty much on medium to low. And there are some things that I can probably ferment also to keep them longer. There's a lot of fruit. I bought a lot of fruit this week. And then I also have this refrigerator here, which can run off of solar as well. This is like a freezer, refrigerator, but my freezer that's in there, I'm going to have to run it a couple of times a day, either with the generator or with the generator in the RV or with the generator that's in the garage. So I'm not really going to worry about that. I did buy oil for that generator today, and I don't have a lot of gasoline. So hopefully this thing won't play out for too long. If not, I might have to siphon gasoline out of this truck because I'm not using it. So I might as well siphon some gasoline out of it if I had to get to that point. So, but there's just nothing I can do. I couldn't find gasoline today. So the plan is to move everything here if the electricity goes out, turn this refrigerator on propane, and run the freezer off of solar, and then just turn it off at nighttime because nighttime is pretty cool. The temperatures are getting down in the low 70s, so it should keep cold all night long. I'm just gonna cover it up and insulate it really well, then run in the morning, either turn on the generator and run it for a while. So that's my plan. I could either use the generator here, which I don't want to do because that uses up my propane, and I need my propane to run the refrigerator. So the ideal thing is to run the one of gas, but I don't have a lot of gas. So this is the situation that I'm in, but I'm just going to let God help me through all of this. And this is good because I need to be prepared for anything right now. And all of my preps are in place except for the gasoline one, which I really dropped the ball on because usually I'm full to the top with gasoline in the shed. But last time I mowed the grass, I meant to do it and I kept forgetting to go and get the jugs. And then yesterday I didn't do it. And yesterday was the day I should have done it. Another one of my preps is I did this in advance, which I did fill up my water bottles. And these jugs have fresh water. I did put a drop of chlorine because I didn't know how long this was going to be in here. And then I also have tons of little bottles of water up there. So I have a lot of water for drinking and bathing and stuff like that. And that prep was done way in advance. The other thing I'm going to do now is when I get closer to the house, but the hose is over there, I'm going to probably release the old water and fill up with new water and some fresh chlorine so that I have this tank also full. This is what happens when you don't use your truck camper for a long time or your vehicle. Things get in and die. All right, so here we are moving the RV. And the window is so foggy. All right, I did prune all those branches, which is good, even though I took advantage that the RV was there and I could climb up there because I've been wanting to prune those branches. I didn't want to get on a ladder. So that's why I did that. I had to do the other side, but whatever. All right, so my plan is to park here in front of my potting table as close to the house as possible, not as close to the carport, so over by probably where the garbage cans are. This might not be the position depending on how the winds blow, but I do want it near the house because I could always come out, put my raincoat on and move it if the gusts weren't too bad. I have the tree and the carport in front of me, which I don't like because if that carport comes down, but most likely if the carport came down, it's gonna go that way. The tree might fall over here, so we'll see what happens tomorrow with the wind. I might decide to move this again, but I do like it here because I can't access the extension cord to run different things and whatever. So I don't know, I might be able to use the solar or whatever happens. So I'm gonna keep it here for now and just keep my watch to see what happens. Maybe nothing happens and this thing just blows over and then we can just go back to a normal life. My chickens are gonna be so happy. So that is where the RV is, right here where my porch is and my barbecue. You can see, and I'll just play it by ear and see what happens. There's the chickens. I do have to pick up like all the decorations outside of the chicken coop, but I'll do that later tonight when I go back over there. I'll do that. So I'm good. I'm ready. I'm just going to hang out for a little while and have my lunch. All right, this is what it looks like this morning. The winds are starting to pick up. You can see it in the trees, and that tree is blowing. It's really gray. My RV over here. Morning. Get ready for it today. Well, despite the fact that it is almost 8 o'clock, it is certainly pretty dark out today and gloomy. So the weather is super nice outside. It's cooler than in the house. It's 70 degrees. So I brought my stuff out here so I can work and watch the weather. I have to get some updates. The time frames of the winds and see what I'm going to do with the chickens. I do have a container that in the garage that I decided that if I had to go chase a chicken and put it in a box and put it in the garage, that was something that I'm just going to have to do. Also, as far as cooking and stuff is concerned, that's another thing that I also want to do early in the day before the real storm comes in. So in case we have a power outage, I've already had my fill and I don't have to worry about something later. I did put out this morning my solar lights in case the power goes out. Those crows are crazy today. In case the power goes out, and I have been using them, practicing to work with them in the house as night lights. And depending on the day, if it's sunny, it'll last all night long. If it's cloudy, they don't last the whole night. So that's just the way it is. But I do keep a little light that also is solar powered by my bedside. So when I get up, I use that as like a little flashlight. It's a crows out there. So it's not too bad now. I see the winds pick up every once in a while, but then they die off. And the chickens are just like, they're sitting over there. They're jumping around at the little bench. And they're looking over here because they see me, they hear me. They want to come out of there for sure. But I'm going to get to my stuff and then I'm going to let them out. I've been sitting there working this morning, so I'm going to go out and let the chickens out because it's not windy and there's lots of worms and good stuff that they can eat. They might have to be locked in later, so I want to let them out for a while. You want to come outside? You scared? Come on. Come on, Missy. You can always get under my camper if you get wet. All right, let's go. I want to get those chickens out. This is your first hurricane. Are you ready for your first hurricane today? Of many, I think, in the future. Look at them. They're all sitting here on this bench. They love this bench. I'm so glad I put it there for them. You ready to go out? You want to go outside? Come on, chicks. Let's go. Come on, chicks. You want to go outside? Come on, chicks. You want to go outside? Come on. Yeah, they want to go out. They're so excited. They want to get out and get those worms, those bugs. Today's the best day for worms and bugs. Come on. Pecking my shoe again? What's up with the shoe? All right, girls, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Go. Oh, here's Missy. Missy gets along so good with them now. Look at this. She just looks at them. All right, chicks, let's go get your worms. Look how many they're eating. I don't know. I don't see nothing there, but they see everything. Come on. Come on, chick. Let's go. Busy girls, you gonna stay there? She wants to be around with me all the time. You better go with your friends. I got work to do and stuff to do. I'm gonna go have breakfast now. I want you to see that even though the chickens are out, I let them forage, like I said. And it's raining, there's no wind, it's just rain. And I've done it in the past. They don't mind coming out. If they didn't like it, they would go back in the coop. And they don't mind being out in the rain because they get a lot of worms and bugs. But I haven't seen them for a while. So I said, let me go and check up front here in front of the house where they like to hang out. And they could go back to the coop if they want, but they don't want to because they know that I come here and I check up on them. This is what they do every day. See, they're walking in the rain. They don't care. They'll walk in the rain. They like chasing bugs in the rain. That's when they mostly can get the bugs. And they don't mind. Huddle, get inside, Huddle. Get inside, Hado. I bought this. It's like a rocket stove. It's a portable stainless stove. I'll show it to you in a second. And I bought it because I can take this camping, I can take this hiking with me, and I can use it here to make coffee in the morning, something quick. I also bought this little light from Walmart. Now, if you buy your oil lamps at the camping section, you're only going to pay $8. If you go to the candle section at the store, you're going to pay $17. And this is nostalgic. This is the lamp oil. I think I paid about $7 for this lamp oil. I'm going to open this for you so you can see how cool this is. I have not used it yet. I was waiting for my outdoor kitchen so I can test it. I guess if the electricity goes out, I will be testing it sooner. So I do like the bag. I do like that it comes with a bag. So what you do is you cook in this thing. And this I paid, I think, about $15 for. Nobody sponsored me or anything like that. So I haven't even taken it out of the bag yet. It's pretty small, but this for me is kind of like, I thought to myself, well, I have options for cooking here, but I wanted something like that was quick because I have a solar oven and I can use my solar oven, but in the morning for like a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, I would like something that is not propane, because if I cannot get propane, I'm not standing in line with crazy people during an outage for propane. So here's the instructions for this. Not sure how this goes together. It's raining and I don't want to do this in my porch. So when I build my outdoor kitchen, this is going to be part of my outdoor kitchen setup, because I am trying to be as much off the grid during the summertime, at least, when my bill goes to $100, because I have the AC running and I'm not turning off my AC. I want to be on the grid because of my AC. It's hot in Florida. I'm not going to sit here and suffer. You know what I'm saying? But there's other things that I could do. I have a solar system in my RV. I can cook in there. I have a solar oven. I can cook in there. So many things that I could do, but I want some convenience, so I'm not lugging things back and forth between my garage during the summertime. So for me, having an outdoor kitchen where I can set it up one time during the summertime, put things out there, have them there so that I can just cook. This will be one of those things that I have out there, because I can just sit out there in the morning and cook, you know, make a cup of coffee on this. I don't have to use my electric burners or anything like that. And propane is expensive, and when something happens in the world, you cannot rely on that. The other thing you need for this are sticks, and they have to be dry. And I have lots of sticks, but right now they are not dry. So it's raining today. So what I need to also prepare is, in my outdoor kitchen, is also have like a tub or something where I would put like good sticks in there and let them dry, so when I need to use this, I have those sticks. So I just wanted to show you this today. This is pretty awesome. And this I'm going to open up as well and read the instructions. I love that this whole thing fits in this little thing. I really like that, because if you're in cold weather and you're hiking or something and you just want to have a cup of coffee, you know, you can just make a cup of coffee in this. You don't have to be wasting propane. You're going to be sitting outside anyway. Why don't you put some sticks in there and light them up? Oh, by the way, I just also ordered, and I'll show you that when it comes in, I also ordered a USB lighter. It's supposed to light through USB. You can hook it up and charge this. Like, I think it's up to like, it's like 6,000 times you can use this thing, and it was only like $10, and I'm like, that's what I want. Because matches, if you notice, have gotten expensive, and I want to try something a little bit different. So I'm gonna open this up and get it ready, because I like the ambience of these lamps, and I'm really gonna turn away from using candles, because I like the flame, the flicker of the flames. I just don't like that I'm spending a lot of money on candles. Candles have become very expensive, and I actually bought some wicks so that I can make my own candles with Crisco. Actually, I bought some Crisco, so I'll be doing that in the winter time, is trying to make my own candles with Crisco. But for right now, I thought this was really nice, and I like that I can use this in a power outage as well, and it's gonna look really super nice. So, oh, this just goes up and down. Oh, nice. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get that paper out of there. Oh my goodness. They put the instructions in the glass. How do you get the instructions? They're in the glass. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I'll be back in a few minutes. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The chickens are still in their coop and their run. They come in and out. The winds are picking up now. They're not too bad. I'm not too worried about them. I'm going to be watching the news. This is stuff that's just fallen here. Rains all over the place. Oh, I didn't even see this. I have to go pick that pot up. Wow, the wind must have been pretty strong when that happened. I didn't see the wind being that strong. Everything looks pretty normal. Nothing has fallen off except for that pot. I'm surprised about that pot, but good thing it hasn't cracked. Nothing blue has blown from here yet. We're doing good, and I'm going to continue to monitor the winds to see if I'm going to bring them in tonight or not. But yeah, the wind seemed to be coming from the front of the house. I've had the door open all day because it's so cool, so I have the air conditioner off. But yeah, I have to get this pot. I don't want it to roll away. I'm gonna go get this pot right now. I just want to pick this up off the ground. I'll just leave it here. I got the plant and I'm soaking wet as a result of that. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't want it to fall off again. Yeah, it's pretty windy. Pretty windy. And so everything's just blowing all over. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to keep picking that up because it's just going to fall again. So what the heck? We're doing good. Nothing's too bad. So this little thing is where you would light. That comes up and then it leaves like a space down here at the bottom. And then that way you could see the wick. And supposedly this is where you light that. And then you can lower that down. And then you want to lower that because that's open now right there. So I'm going to lower this. It's just too high. And they say to keep it on low because you don't want a lot of soot and stuff in there. And should probably be a good enough flame. I don't know. We're gonna test it tonight. I really like the way that looks. That looks really nice. And I can walk around with this. So I love the flame. I just love the ambience. I think I'm going to like this better than a candle. It just has that nostalgic feel to it. So I'm just going to play with the flame and see how I want it. Now, the reason that the structures were in there, you can take the glass off because you're going to have to clean it if it gets soot and stuff in there. So that's nice. I like that. And it's very light. It's very, very nice. I really like this a lot. I mean, for $7, this is nice because you can grab it here too. And that's what I liked about it. The other one that's in the candle section at Walmart, it's like $17, but it seems like it's more like for tabletop. And this I want to be able to have too if I want to bring it outdoors or bring it camping with me as well. Look at that flame, it's so nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's really high. Yeah, they say that you get a lot of soot the higher you get it. And I have this old one that I inherited from my uncle from his house. I don't know if kind of fuel goes inside of this. This is a really old Coleman lamp. This is really, really old. But I don't know what kind of fuel is in here. I don't even know if this works or not anymore. It's pretty rusty and I'm kind of afraid to use it because I just don't know. If it uses lamp oil, I will definitely use the lamp oil I bought so I can use that. So I really love the glow that candles and lights and things like this leave. And I just love this whole look of this lamp. Oh, I can feel the heat coming out of here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that warms my hands too. This is really nice. Yeah, there's definitely heat coming up from here. This is probably good in a van too, I would think, because this has heat that's coming. There's definitely heat. I'll probably have to lower this. This probably has to be lower too. Yeah, the lower that you go, the less heat. But man, that was a good amount of heat that was coming out of there. I would think in a van, this would probably be good for a very small space or even in a car. If you were in a car, I mean, provided you had everything like closed. This can actually let out a little bit of heat. Pretty interesting too. Yeah, it's definitely warm. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Stay tuned for my outdoor kitchen. If you like these videos, subscribe to the channel. I have more coming up, and as I build up my homestead to be more self-sustainable. Have a great day. Bye. Peekaboo. The cows moving. It's starting to rain a lot more. The winds are definitely picking up. Winds are starting to come up. Let me go over there and check. The cows have been running over here, so something is definitely coming from the horizon. Hey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.